My name is David. I am 24 years old, and I live in a small town with my parents, my younger sister, and our friendly dog. We have a quiet and happy life. I enjoy simple things, and I always try to learn something new every day. Every morning, I wake up at 6:30. I turn off my alarm, open the window, and take a deep breath. The fresh morning air makes me feel happy and ready for the day. I make my bed, wash my face, brush my teeth, and take a shower. Then I get dressed and go to the kitchen. My mother is already preparing breakfast. She smiles and says, "Good morning." I always smile back and answer, "Good morning, Mom." My father is reading the newspaper while drinking a cup of black coffee. My sister is still sleepy, but she always joins us before breakfast. We usually eat eggs, bread, cheese, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Sometimes we have cereal with milk or pancakes with honey. I always drink a glass of water before I drink tea. My father prefers coffee, but I like tea because it helps me relax. After breakfast, I check my bag. I make sure I have my phone, my wallet, my keys, and my notebook. I never leave home without these things. At 7:30, I leave the house and walk to the bus stop. It takes about 10 minutes to get there. While I wait for the bus, I often listen to English lessons on my phone. Sometimes I read a short article or review new vocabulary. Learning English has become part of my daily routine, and I enjoy it very much. The bus arrives at 7:45. Some days it is early, and some days it is late. I usually find a seat near the window. During the ride, I look outside and watch people walking, riding bicycles, or driving to work. I work in a small office in the city. My job is interesting because every day is different. I answer emails, organize files, help customers, and prepare simple reports. My coworkers are friendly, and we always help each other when someone has a problem. At 10 o'clock, we take a short break. I usually drink coffee and eat a banana or an apple. My friend James likes telling funny stories. Everyone laughs because he always has something interesting to say. At lunchtime, we go to a small restaurant near the office. Sometimes I order grilled chicken with rice. Other times, I choose pasta, soup, or a fresh salad. I try to eat healthy food because I want to stay strong and active. Yesterday was a little different. I woke up late because my alarm did not ring. I hurried to get ready and forgot to eat breakfast. When I arrived at work, my friend James gave me a sandwich. I thanked him because I was very hungry. In the afternoon, my manager asked me to help with an important project. We worked together for several hours. We finished everything before the deadline, and our manager thanked us for our hard work. I felt proud because I learned many new things. After work, I usually go home. However, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I visit the library. I enjoy reading books about history, science, travel, and languages. I also borrow easy English books to improve my reading skills. When I arrive home, my dog runs to the door and happily greets me. I play with him for a few minutes before dinner. He loves chasing a ball around the yard, and I enjoy spending time with him. Every evening, my family has dinner together. We talk about our day, share stories, and laugh together. My father tells us about his work, my mother talks about her day, and my sister tells us about school. I enjoy these conversations because they make our family closer. After dinner, I spend 1 hour studying English. I practice listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Sometimes I watch educational videos. Other times I read simple stories or repeat new words aloud. Every week I learn many useful expressions. Before going to bed, I think about my day. I ask myself, what did I learn today? I believe that every small step helps me become a better person. I know learning English takes time, but I never give up. Tomorrow will be another busy day. I will wake up early, work hard, help my family, and continue practicing English. One day, I hope to travel around the world, meet new people, and speak English with confidence. The next morning, I woke up feeling fresh and full of energy. The weather was beautiful. The sky was blue, the sun was shining, and a cool breeze came through my window. I smiled because I knew it would be a good day. After breakfast, I decided to walk to work instead of taking the bus. Walking is healthy, and it gives me time to think. Along the way, I saw children going to school, people walking their dogs, and shop owners opening their stores. Everyone looked busy, but they also looked happy. When I arrived at the office, my manager smiled and said, "Good morning, David." I answered, "Good morning." Then I turned on my computer and started checking my emails. Some messages were from customers and others were from my coworkers. I replied to each email carefully. Around 10 o'clock, my friend James asked me, "Would you like to have coffee?" I said, "Yes, of course." We went to the small cafe near our office. We talked about sports, movies, books, and our future plans. James wants to travel to Canada one day. I want to visit many countries and speak English with people from around the world. At lunchtime, we tried a new restaurant. I ordered grilled fish with rice and vegetables. James ordered a hamburger and French fries. The food was delicious and the service was excellent. After lunch, we walked back to the office while talking about our favorite hobbies. In the afternoon, we had a meeting with our manager. We discussed a new project for the company. Everyone shared ideas, and we listened carefully to each other. I gave one suggestion, and my manager liked it very much. That made me feel confident. After work, I did not go home immediately. I visited a supermarket because I needed to buy some food. I bought bread, milk, eggs, apples, bananas, rice, chicken, cheese, tomatoes, and orange juice. Before leaving, I remembered that my mother asked me to buy sugar and tea, so I went back and got them too. When I arrived home, my mother thanked me for helping with the shopping. We prepared dinner together. I washed the vegetables while she cooked the chicken. My father set the table and my sister prepared the drinks. We all worked together and dinner was ready very quickly. After dinner, we watched a documentary about nature. We learned interesting facts about animals, forests, and oceans. My sister asked many questions because she loves learning new things. My father answered some questions, and we searched for the others on the internet. Later that evening, I studied English again. I listened to a short conversation between two friends. Then I repeated every sentence aloud. At first, some words were difficult to pronounce, but after practicing several times, they became much easier. Last weekend, my family and I visited my grandparents. They live in a quiet village surrounded by green fields and beautiful trees. My grandmother prepared a wonderful lunch with rice, chicken, fresh bread, and homemade soup. Everything tasted amazing. After lunch, my grandfather told us stories about his childhood. He talked about life before computers, smartphones, and the internet. He said children spent more time playing outside with friends. We listened carefully because his stories were interesting and full of lessons. In the afternoon, we walked around the village. We saw farmers working in their fields, children riding bicycles, and families enjoying the fresh air. We took many pictures together and laughed a lot. It was one of the happiest days of the month. On Sunday evening, we returned home. I unpacked my bag, took a shower, and prepared my clothes for Monday. Before sleeping, I wrote in my notebook about everything that happened during the weekend. Writing helps me remember new words and improve my English. Learning English is not always easy, but it becomes easier when I practice every day. I read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos, and speak whenever I have the chance. Every mistake teaches me something new, and every new word helps me understand the language better. My biggest dream is to travel around the world. I want to visit London, New York, Sydney, Tokyo, Paris, and many other cities. I want to meet people from different cultures, learn about their traditions, taste their food, and make new friends. I believe that hard work always brings good results. If I continue studying every day, I know I will become a confident English speaker in the future. I will never stop learning because knowledge opens many doors.